am joined today by Dee Dee, who is a hairstylist who's been in the business for 35 years. It's a long time. I'm always proud of my 17 years in real estate. 35 years is a long time. Owning her own salon for 15 years, now working at that salon. And you guys have commented multiple times that you can't handle your hair any longer. So I brought Dee Dee on to teach us how to cut bangs. I'm guessing this is going to be a good one today. So, Dee Dee, give me a little more introduction than what I just gave. So,
hi, my name is Dee Dee Enverzat. I have been doing hair for 35 years. I'm the former owner of Talio Salon on Hall Boulevard in Tigard. I owned the salon for 15, but I am still there. Well, hopefully I will be back there sooner than later. So I'm here today to show you how to cut your bangs, or fringe is what we call them in the hair industry. So would you like me to progress?
Yeah, let's get started.
Okay.
I'm not messing around today. Today is all about cutting bangs.
Yes. So the tools you're going to need are some form of comb. Okay, this is of course a professional comb, but you don't really need that. Just any comb that you have at home. Most people do have one. Sorry,
Okay.
my hair's in there.
We're still your partners if you don't have one.
Yes. And a couple of clips are needed to section off your hair, and they look like so. Okay, can you see those?
Yep.
Okay. And then, of course, I have professional shears, which most people don't. I don't recommend using your kitchen shears because they will just kind of shred your hair. So if you have anything like sewing shears or little eyebrow, tiny little scissors, the smaller they are, the better. Because it's easier to, right. So it's easier to handle. I have really tiny hands, so these are super little, but anything tiny is the way to go. You don't want the big, huge, lamb shearing shears or anything like that.
I'm glad you said that because I feel like I would have grabbed a big pair of scissors.
No, you want the smaller, the better. Okay? So what we're going to do first of all is I've gone ahead and blown out my hair. So you want to do this on dry hair. Okay? Since I have curly hair and you have curly hair as well, Jen, you know that the hair will shrink, right?
It curls right up. It bounces all the way right up.
Right. So if you do this wet, I think you're going to overcut it. That's usually what happens. So I went ahead and did a little bit of a round brush and blew out my fringe. And I'm going to go ahead and start sectioning it off. So like I said, I'm going to have to look in the mirror to do this. So bear with me here, okay? So what we're going to do is start from the crown of the head. Can you still see me?
Yep.
Okay. And you're just going to kind of move the hair out of the way, and we're doing a pie shape. Okay?
Does everybody do a pie shape?
Does everybody know what a pie shape is?
No, does everybody do one? Like, should everybody cut their bangs that way?
Yes. Most people's hair, I would say 90% of the population, their hair grows forward. Okay. And so you're going to section in a pie shape, starting to where maybe you would put, say, a headband. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So then you're going to do your first section coming down towards the ear, and you're not going to go any further than your eyebrow. Never cut past the eyebrow or it will cut into the hairline. Okay. So I'm going to start with this section, and I have a lot of hair, so I'm just going to clip that out of the way, and we're going to go to the other side and go down towards your ear. This one, I went too far. So I'm going to go ahead and get that hair out of there. Can you still see me? Yep. Okay.
This is interesting because you have to remember that when someone cuts our hair, they're standing in front of us when they do our bangs.
Exactly.
So I never see this in a mirror.
Right. So now I'm clipping.
Interesting. I never seen it.
I know. Well, you're closing your eyes because that's what we ask you to do usually.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay. So as you can see, I'm going to look in the mirror again. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to bring a little bit more on this side. Okay. So I'm going to resection. I don't know if you can still see just a little bit more. Am I? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to reclip that out of the way. Okay. So like I said, You want to do this on dry hair, and you're going to take your comb, and you're not going to have a lot of tension because what that's going to do, it's going to cause you to overcut your hair. So just kind of hold it relaxed in your hands and be very, very careful when you do this, please, so you don't cut your fingers off. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut up in an upwards motion. You're not going to cut across. You will cut way too much hair, and you'll look like Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber. Okay?
Okay, we don't want that. We don't want to leave
No.
quarantine looking like that.
So what you can see, I hope you can still see
Yep.
this.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm doing is cutting gradually into the hair in an upwards motion, and I'm being very, very careful to not cut my fingers. And my cat is sitting right behind me. I don't know if you can see her.
No.
Okay. Tiff, she likes to get in the action here. Okay. So I just trimmed maybe, three quarters, or not three quarters, a half of an inch.
Okay.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, so it trimmed it just a little bit. So what I'm going to do, if you feel confident in your skills, I'm going to pull this up slightly. And can you see the fringe
Yeah.
where it's sticking up? Okay. And then be very, very careful by cutting into the fringe in little tiny sections. And what this is going to do is take out some of the, excuse me, some of the weight in the hair, and it's going to give you more of a textured fringe instead of a heavy fringe like Betty Page. That's a whole different tutorial. Okay. So this is
like
for
a
a textured fringe.
Else. Like this is a good mom doing on kid, or seeing how much you trust your husband or wife to do it to you.
Right. It's better to undercut than to overcut. So go slowly. So I'm just going to show you now. I cut maybe about a half of an inch off. So what I would do is when you're done, I would go back through with a round brush and restyle it to see if you need to take off more. But that's it.
Oh my gosh,
What do you
it's
think?
so good.
Does it look good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you.
Okay. So,
and that's, do you have questions?
So yeah, I have questions. Is that the same for everybody's hair, whether you have thin hair or like whether you have fine hair or super thick?
Good question. Sorry to interrupt. So when I pulled the hair down, when I pulled down the fringe at first, that's what I would stick with. If you have a lot of hair like I do, you can pull it up, but you want to be very careful if you have fine, straight, thin hair. Okay, so I would stick with the whole sectioning and then just cutting up into the hair this way. I wouldn't pull it up. That's only for people with thick hair.
Said was be conservative, don't cut too much, because you can always keep cutting, but once you make that high cut, you're done.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I also recommend going back in and round brushing your fringe just to double check it, because you can always go back in. And please don't attempt to cut your own hair. I don't even do that to myself. So
okay, that's going to be the next question. I do want to keep you for a second, because before we went live, we were talking about one other thing, which was so salon life, very similar to most of us. Basically overnight, the switch was flipped and it was told you couldn't go in. You're not essential. Some of us beg to differ, completely disagree. But non-essential. And so the salons basically just shut down. So correct. I know that you're still doing deliveries. What are you delivering to people?
I am delivering Kevin Murphy products, Loma, which is a local line. It's actually out of Washington, for my clients. So I am still doing that. I'm delivering products, whatever they need that way, because everybody still needs to shampoo, condition, do a mask, do an oil, things like that. So that is helping us a bit. And as I mentioned, the unemployment is kicked in this week. Thank God.
Yeah.
But we are looking forward to getting back, but that's what we recommend. And not coloring, as your other stylist had said,
don't color your hair right now, people. Don't color it and don't chop it off.
Well, most color corrections start at $150 an hour, so keep that in mind. And just wear a hat.
Wear a hat. Put your hat on.
Right.
My question for you is, if somebody wanted to get a hold of you, could they could they reach out to you? Can you kind of look at hair on FaceTime or that kind of thing so you could tell what kind of products would be best?
Yes, of course, of course.
I didn't know if you have to run your hands through it or if you could actually tell.
I can tell by
The other
looking
thing I
at a
want to mention,
person.
awesome, awesome. I also want to mention I think that one of the reasons why I'm coming live every day is really to either educate or entertain people. This one was definitely educational. I think we're funny, so it was a little entertaining. But I think the big thing too is just really supporting local people, local businesses, local all that. And we were chatting about what the salon life might and probably is going to look like
Yes,
when all this
yes.
ends. Um,
hmm
would you talk about what your salon, what things you guys are putting in place for when you are able?
Yes. So, first things first, we are going to be taking the client's temperature. Yes, we are with the thermometer that we will be placing on your forehead. It will be a one-on-one experience, at least in my salon. So, I will be the only stylist working with one client. We won't be double booking as we usually do. Each client will be wearing a mask. I will be wearing a mask and some type of shield, gloves. Everything is sanitized with barbicide, which kills any type of virus and HIV, what have you. So we'll be doing that type of sanitizing in between clients, which will that will mean an extra 15 minutes in between clients. So we will be staggering our appointments. Other salons, larger salons, will probably be trying to maintain a 6 foot distance, but there's not going to be a crowd of people in the reception area. We won't be offering drinks. There won't be bowls of candy like we always offer. Each client will have a fresh cape, and the chair will be sanitized with barbicide. Everything will be sanitized. It's just how it's going to go, and I'm sure that's what the governor will mention when she finally lets us back to work. But it's to protect us, and it is to protect our clients as well.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I think that it's interesting to think about that because what that also means as far as employment is still less clients. Like you're paid by
yeah,
the client, right? You're not paid
right,
hourly or any of that.
right,
So you going and working a 10-hour shift might only mean seeing
yeah,
five people.
right,
So
exactly. But it
yeah,
won't be like that forever because I'm an optimist, and until we get a vaccination, that's just how it has to be to protect us because we are so hands-on and we stand directly in front of you. But like I mentioned earlier when we were having a conversation, is that the frontline workers need to have the PPE right now instead of us. They're the most important.
yeah,
So,
yeah. No,
but
I mean,
that's what it's going to look like. So,
so it's going to be a
we're
new
back.
experience for all of us. So you guys should tell
I
your stylist now or get on Dee Dee's list that you want to be on a list.
Right.
I
Drink your wine before you come. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but you
As
can
long as
too.
they're not drinking wine before they come.
Well, we offer wine
Huh.
and beer at the salon, but I don't know how we're going to do that in the future.
Yeah,
So,
it's no different than it's no different than real estate. That it's a game changer,
right.
and it's about being creative.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, I mean, I know there's other people that disagree or agree or whatever, but at the end of the day, I mean, we're doing what we need to do to
hmm
not end up like some other states have ended up. I think we're doing a great job.
I
So
agree. hmm
changing everything I do in real estate is it's very weird to do all my appointments over Zoom and hang out with people on sitting in my office on a computer. Um, but
For
um,
sure.
but it's what we need to do. And so we're
Yeah.
all making changes and being creative and figuring out how
hmm
to do that creativity safely. So
Yes. And I'm
all
all
right.
for that. I don't want my clients to be sick, and I don't want to be sick. So we're going to all do our part, and we'll be back out there, and everybody's going to be excited. It's just going to look different for a while. But
It's
I think the
it's a
big
short-term problem in the grand scheme of life.
exactly. Thank you very much. And
Yeah.
most people I know, including all stylists, feel the same way. So
Yeah.
the ones I know.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. So, well, I promised Dee Dee I wouldn't take up too much of your time. So I do appreciate you coming on today. I know you're
Sure.
heading out to make some deliveries. If
Yes.
you guys have questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments because she will answer them. And
Yes.
otherwise, your bangs look great, by the way.
Oh,
Um,
thanks.
and it almost inspires me to try and cut my daughters. I'm a little nervous. Um, I figure she's only
Oh,
6, they'll grow back.
What's that?
But I said, she's only 6. They'll grow back. She can't see, they're so long.
Well, just study the tutorial a few times and just be ready to go.
I think
You know?
that is ordering the right scissors. I think that's going to be the first thing I need to do. So I'm not
Right.
using children's play scissors or my kitchen shears.
Yeah,
Um,
please. Oh, please don't do that.
so, all right. Well, thank you so much. And yes, I'm with you. I am an optimist as well, that I think that there will be a day we all get back out there. And
Yes.
I hope we're all better for it. So
Yes, I
thank you
agree.
for your time. I do
Thank
appreciate
you,
it. And
Jen.
for those of you guys that cut your bangs, post a picture before and after because I want to see them.
Yes.
All right. Have a
Have a
good
good
day. Thank you
day.
so much.
Good. Okay.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.